getting that.
It's better to rip the Band-Aid off and talk about them than let your opponent talk about it.
That's right.
Once you rip the Band-Aid off, you can talk about it as much as you want, and then you're going to move on to that.
That's true. Biden could address this himself.
Yeah.
But he's not going to, and none of his surrogates are going to.
He's very touchy about it. And then that's the other thing is with Rachel, with the media, is that the same people who will have psychiatrists on and read Atlantic articles and the 25th Amendment and et cetera, et cetera. They'll be like, this is a Russian conspiracy theory. I think that's what drives me particularly.
You know what I would say to those people?
Yeah,
Those people are lying dog-faced ponies.
That's right. They are lying.
You lying, dog-faced pony soldier, you. Fucking Biden, man. Jesus fucking Christ. The Democrats are, they're committing suicide. Incredible. And if who do you get mad at? You get mad at the conservative voters, right? It's the conservative right-wing Democrats. Get it? I mean, why would you be a right-winger and be part of the Democrat? What part of the Democratic Party you're like, you know what? I love how they're conservative values. Well, that's, you don't understand politics in the slightest if you're a liberal Republican or a conservative Democrat. But I guess in some respects, being some, liberal and conservative is, fuck, man, this is going to be stupid Tuesday. I do not feel good about today. Michigan, Idaho, Mississippi. Oh, fuck. Mississippi needs a Bernie fucking Sanders 5,000 years ago. Mississippi is the worst, shittiest, crime-ridden, poverty, prison reform, and the criminal justice reform. So many fucking things. It's racism. I think Mississippi still has a Confederate fucking flag on their state flag. Their state flag is a Confederate flag. So, fuck, and it's also incredible that it has a large black population. The Deep South, actually 90% of black people live in the Deep South. There's a lot of white people that aren't, like, virulent fucking like hardcore race. So, apparently black folks have survived and got along with the white supremacists of the Deep South, either in segregation or in integrated conditions. But I just feel like, in general, if I'm a black person, a black man with a family, I don't see myself sticking around in the South, to be honest with you. Because, you got California and Oregon, Washington, you got a lot of white people that are, they might be, like, subtly racist or, like, racist because they're not around black folks. And so it's just about, the migration. So it's just about, reaching out and doing something different. So, yeah, there's a lot of white people that aren't fucking racist. There's a lot of white people, and they're, I would just, Deep South has a lot of, like, deep-seated fucking white supremacists, and so the rest of the, nation, I would say, is probably a lot better. Fucking Mississippi. Missouri, I don't know, it's right there, right? It was south of the Mason-Dixon line. But then you got Ferguson, right? So, North Dakota. I don't feel good about North Dakota. Washington, I bet you Bernie Sanders wins Washington, and he loses Mississippi. That's the only thing I'm for sure of. Idaho, I've heard that he's actually got 80% when it was against Hillary. So, yeah, I'm going to predict Idaho. So, okay, Washington and Idaho. But I don't feel Michigan, total toss-up, should be for Bernie. He took Michigan from Hillary 4 years ago. So it's a Bernie state. So that would be an upset, right? Idaho, Mississippi. So Idaho, Bernie, Michigan, Bernie, Washington, Bernie. And then Biden takes Mississippi, Missouri, North Dakota. Tie 33, and Bernie wins by 1. That's my prediction because that's what I hope happens. I have no idea. I think it's a national narrative. So, and it's the first election between just Joe and Bernie Sanders. Tulsi Gabbard is in the mix, and so that, adds to it. She's got a delegate, which means she can become president. Anybody that understands, the convention system, all you have to have is one delegate to, be nominated. And if you're on the ballot, then you're just as likely in a broker convention as the other two to be possibly nominated too. And sometimes they just pick, you know, a Sherrod Brown or an Oprah or, you know, Denzel Washington. Just some, you know, pick a person out of a hat that can unite the whole nation. The Rock showed some interest. So yeah, what can I say? What can I say? This is sad, disappointing, and I feel like if Joe Biden wins today in states or delegates, then that's the nail in the coffin of Bernie Sanders. And I hate to think like that because it's, you know, long-term campaign. I don't know. Yeah, no, that is what I would feel. And so I would, you know, if he keeps going, I would, you know, champion him, and I would want him to, I don't know, take it to the convention and win. But I don't feel like he has, for me personally, I don't feel like I can keep on saying, rah, 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 go Bernie, go, you can do this, you got this, just for my own reasonable, you know, sanity. Because I don't see it happening, and the momentum has shifted, and there is all about the momentum. They capitalize like a motherfucker. All the neoliberals are endorsing Joe. And people think of Obama, so it's low information voters, so they're kind of just like, oh yeah, Joe's Vice President Obama. Oh yeah, Obama's better than this shit. Yeah, he says dumb shit, but you know, I say dumb shit, so you know, I relate to it. Everybody's saying that dementia shit. I don't know. I mean, that's like politics is an NFL blood sport. So to, you know, raise the question of his mental health, I think is smart for anybody, right? Let's see. Is Joe Biden senile? Does he have dementia? I don't know. Go to the doctor. Go, you know, get him checked out. Once he has a clean bill of health and those people, you know, let it go. He says stupid shit. He's gaffe-prone. It's all about his speaking style, right? He's got to get excited, and he's got to be like, you know, pounding the table. Just, you know, he's trying to get the audience, you know, riled up and to like him. Join us. Join our campaign. It's a movement. Join us. And so when they ask him any kind of question or they criticize him, he's like, no, that's not what happened. What happened is I'm the one that got the thing done. I did the thing. I got the thing done, and there it was. And, you know, there was, you know, Mark was there, and Tom, and Sally, you guys were there. And just like, you know, just basically just gets excited and tries to get into like a sort of rhythm, an enthusiastic rhythm. But he's a fucking neoliberal. He's an old man trying to parallel park his thoughts because he's a neoliberal, so he's basically like, yeah, I'm, you know, opposed to marijuana, of course. The gateway drug. Fucking marijuana is a gateway drug. He told his 1%ers millionaire class, shit's not going to really change very much under me. So, not even incrementalism, it's like minusculism, you know, millimeterism. So, that's terrible. What the fuck is... The Democratic Party is committing suicide. I cannot support the Democratic Party. So that's why last 4 years, like, I'll vote for Bernie Sanders, you know, for the rest of my life if he keeps running over and over again. If he, you know, this November I'll vote for, you know, Bernie Sanders if somehow he goes to the convention and he pulls an upset, or maybe he just keeps on, maybe he can win some of these, you know, later elections. He's got to do something to rejuvenate his campaign because I feel like I held on to Bernie way too long and thinking that, you know, it was going to turn around for him. But, you know, I was kind of telling people to, oh, no, it's going to be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be all right. But Bernie Sanders is down 300 delegates right now. He's down 300 delegates. And that's basically, you know, traditionally it's an insurmountable lead, but we're in, you know, completely different era, everything's fucking different. So the whole momentum thing and the way that people traditionally thought about the Democratic primary is out, which is good because it's actually kind of nonsense. But Obama did it, right? Obama got out in front of Hillary just by 10, 20, 30, 40, and then he just kept on, took it all the way to the convention and won the damn thing. And so that was just barely, right? So apparently Bernie was supposed to, by the polls, fucking man, I was talking about all this. I was predicting this. I was like, this is, high expectations. They're raising our expectations. Bernie's going to take all of it. And Joe Biden had no expectations. And so just by that narrative alone, oh, Bernie's the front runner. He's got it. He's going to win the whole thing. Oh, shit, Joe just took the whole goddamn, nomination. So Joe's very close, and I think what Bernie Sanders has to do is not just win today, but he has to win, March 10th, 2020 with Idaho, all those states I said in the beginning. He doesn't have to just win today, but he has to win in a week from today to, to stem the tide, to, stop the avalanche, to, the tsunami wave, to break the tsunami wave, to make sure it doesn't go any farther than the Deep South. Let it, the Confederacy. Fucking Confederacy. Jesus Christ. Even the black folks are right-wing conservatives. Oh my gosh. Old black folks. The older black folks are conservative as fuck. Insane craziness. So I think it's not good for black people's health just to live in the South. Like, they have, been infected by the oppressors. And then Stephen Colbert and Charlemagne the God. I do actually put a little bit, Stephen Colbert's got a pretty big platform. Charlemagne the God, he's got, his platform, which I think it's respectable. So that means where the fuck were you guys at? Jesus Christ, you just let Joe Biden fucking take the whole thing. Why? Because you can't get behind Bernie? You're not allowed to say you like Bernie Sanders out loud? You can mock him and make fun of him and then, give your little commentary about him and get your little publicity out there. But when it comes to actually winning the damn thing, these so-called moderates, I don't believe they're moderates. I think they're right-wing. They're very right-wing. Bernie is an Eisenhower Democrat when it comes to the taxes, his tax policy. And not his war policy. I don't think he hates communism like Eisenhower did. But, yeah. Not feeling confident about today. I did have some things to, DNC brought in Mike Bloomberg, pulled the narrative to the right real hard. Bloomberg is gone. DNC changed the rules to bring Bloomberg in. And for the exact same reason they're changing the rules, to keep Tulsi out, because they're fucking cheaters. They don't believe in democracy, because, we don't have ranked choice voting. They don't have nobody has ranked choice. Maine has it, but didn't use it, and look what the fuck happened with Maine. Bernie and Joe should boycott the debate, hold their own debates regarding single topic discussions to get down to the nitty-gritty of our problems, actually have, long-term sort of solutions to our problems, like really get into what the fuck are you going to, how are you going to solve this? How are you going to solve this? DNC changed the rules against Tulsi Gabbard, won 2 delegates in American Samoa. So before, all you had to do is just have 1 delegate. Tulsi's been in this fucking presidential election the whole fucking time. And you're going to deny Tulsi because you're biased pieces of shit? It's self-fulfilling. She don't have a chance because she's not going to get on the debate stage. The debate is every, 99% of the damn thing. You get on the debate, then that means you're a candidate that's worthy of, debating. And she's been in that. She's the last female. So for everybody, the women are like, oh, there's no female. There's still a woman that's in this race, a strong woman who's a part of the military. She has her own perspective, her own opinion. But run, Tulsi, run. I fucking adore Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is fantastic. She's not as progressive as I would like for her to be. She's not a socialist, but Tulsi Gabbard is young, ambitious, beautiful. She's putting her, entire House of Representatives seat on the line. So she's not doing, this is it, right? She's going for the presidency. She's got 2 delegates. She can win the presidency at the convention, at a broker convention. Tulsi could also be prophetic if Bernie Sanders wins, because never forget that Tulsi Gabbard basically sacrificed herself, fell on her sword, and quit the DNC when she saw shenanigans, when she saw that they were cheating. So Tulsi Gabbard showed solidarity with Bernie Sanders. It's the least Bernie brothers and sisters can do for Tulsi Gabbard. Show that same love and solidarity and, her name is being mentioned, so her name is out there. That's good. Name recognition is the number one reason why people vote for, anybody. So that means she can run in 4 years. This is smart. This is intelligent. Tulsi should go all the way to the end to the convention. Basically because she is garnering so much support, I can't say she's taken from, I guess she would probably take Bernie votes, but I'm assuming that her delegates will go to Bernie anyways, unless it's a broker convention. And if it's a broker convention, then it's, that's jump ball, right? Just throw the ball up in the air. Whoever can get the damn ball. So, yeah, Tulsi Gabbard can become president. Tulsi Gabbard has, what, a 1 out of 3 chance? If there's a broker convention, she's got a 1 out of 3 chance of becoming the Democratic nominee. So that's, the DNC is already cheating. I feel like actually Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden, they should just boycott, this goddamn debate, have their own discussions, one-on-one. What's Lincoln Douglas debates, right? Just really dwell. I need to, should have learned that word. Exorbitly. Joe Biden's got endorsements from all these people. So Beto O'Rourke, Pete Buttigieg, Jamie Klobuchar, Cory Booker, Kamala Harris. They're, basically showing their neoliberal right-wing sides, Kamala and Cory, they're going to campaign for Joe Biden. Incredible. I mean, when you were like, oh, who's the progressive and who's the right-wing neoliberals? Well, now we know that the whole fucking stage was filled with right-wing neoliberals. I wish Liz Warren did endorse Bernie, but I don't hate her for it. I don't know why she dropped out, to be honest with you. Her name's going to still be on, she might even get a couple votes this time. So she should have took her delegates all the way to the end and, give it to Bernie or, use it as leverage for her progressive agenda. I thought she had a better, more sophisticated, who's got the grit? Who's going to, I think Tulsi, I could see her going, the distance. I could see Bernie running the gauntlet. Regardless, let's say he loses the next 10 elections, I feel like he'll still go, to the July convention, unless he can negotiate a Secretary of State position. So what? So I'm basically holding with bated breath, basically, how is the future of my life going? Am I going to continue to be a cheerleader for Bernie Sanders, a fanboy, basically, right? Yay, Bernie! You can do it, Bernie. Bernie is smart, and it would be the greatest thing in the for America to have a Bernie Sanders as a president. I think he's our last great hope. I think he would, not only make America great again, but without Bernie Sanders, I just feel like who else is on the horizon? It's not Joe, and it's not Donald. So it's the Green Party or Libertarian candidate. And what people think about third parties in America. So shit. That's not a very bright, promising future. So not only would it be great for America, but it would be devastating if America doesn't get Bernie Sanders. So, Amy Klobuchar might be Joe's vice president. She said she joined the ticket, and she's like, no, I'm with the campaign. March 10th, 2020. This could be the end of Bernie Sanders. So like I said, I want Bernie to win. If he loses the next 10 elections, take it to the July convention and somehow, pulls the victory off. Great, fantastic. I'll vote for him. I'll support him. I'll vote for him, for the rest of my life. If he wants to run in 4 years and another 4 years, and if he wants to run 20 more times, I'll always, like who Bernie Sanders is and what he's about. There's a few, I guess, liberal heroes on the horizon. Really, all the progressive voices that are on YouTube, I find Kyle Kalinske and Gene Ugar, Anna Kasparian. This is the younger, progressive, future, the AOC future. AOC is like, basically, she is the, if you think about time, she's the future of America because you only have more and more millennials. Eventually, baby boomers die out, and all you have are people that was born in the 2000 millennium. So no more 1900 babies, just a bunch of 2000 privileged, spoiled assholes. So I'm disappointed with America. When you think about RFK, JFK, MLK, Edwards, X, it's actually a George Carlin joke, some kind of variation. But basically he's like, how come anybody that stands up and said, hey, everybody, we can live together in peace and harmony and stop the war and care about the poor and, live better as brothers and sisters, as friends and neighbors and, compadres and comrades. But apparently anybody that comes around and says we need peace on earth, we, just bam, we shoot and kill them. Apparently we're not ready for that yet. And that's what I feel like Bernie Sanders' biggest problem is he's too fucking real. If you talk about, AOC, but you don't talk about Scott Tipton, you don't talk about the actual representative in this district, that means you're talking about somebody else's representative more than you're talking about your own. What the fuck is your own doing? You don't even know who the hell they are. So at least, you're familiar with her, and she's brilliant. God, AOC is smart, very sophisticated. She got the Green New Deal as part of the national conversation. Bernie Sanders said it on Fox News. Green New Deal, so it's not just AOC, but that's a Jill Stein Green Party victory, frankly. Green is in the conversation. And who better to bring about a Green New Deal than the Green Party? So if Bernie gets the Democratic nomination, I'll vote for Bernie, but if it's Joe, I'm not going to vote for Joe. I will vote for the Green Party, guaranteed 100%. No doubt. But I guess I'm just thinking, is what's that going to do? It's not throwing my vote away, it's protesting, with a vengeance. Excuse me. It's protesting. It's a protest vote, so therefore it's tabulated that I protest. If I don't vote, then it's like, these other fuckers didn't even bother. But if they say, there's 1,000 for Jill Stein, hell, fucking yeah. Cynthia McKinney? You wanted Cynthia McKinney for president over Barack Obama? You're goddamn right I did. She would have actually brought about change. What about Ralph Nader? Green Party's just on fire with every single one of their candidates. So, maybe I should actually take a look into the Green Party. That might, I don't know, pep me up a bit. Maybe it'll. So let's see here. What else? Edward Snowden. He's a badass. Edward Snowden. He had a bunch of good quotes. I wrote them down, but I don't have any of them for you right now. I think he said something about he loves his country more than he loves himself. I don't know. So a Swiss company, Crypto AG, this is incredible. It was encrypted. So everybody got into this encrypted social media communication company, Crypto AG. And apparently the CIA and a German counterpart of the CIA, which who the fuck is that? We don't even have a name for that. The CIA and the German CIA had been controlling the Crypto AG since the whole time up until 2018. So apparently it's the intelligence coup of the century. There's been a lot of different leaks. Let's see. By Julian Assange and Snowden. Joe Biden said he's going to cure cancer. So you're talking about pie in the sky. Medicare, healthcare for everybody, that's pie in the sky. But you know what Joe Biden's going to do when he's in office? When Joe Biden becomes the president, when Joe Biden takes, the hammer, and he's sitting on the throne as the emperor, and he's taking over, 90 military, 150 military bases and 900 countries. 900 military. When he takes over, the empire in the Oval Office, when Joe Biden is running America, God. Oh. He's going to cure cancer. He is going to cure cancer. So everybody who's got cancer, don't you worry. He's going to cure cancer, and he's going to end the embargo to Cuba so we get that lung cancer vaccine. Right? I hope we got that lung cancer vaccine. We got it, right? I mean, America, there's a vaccine. A goddamn fucking vaccine for fucking lung cancer. How many people die of lung cancer in America every year? That should be absolutely criminal. You should sue the American government for this embargo if we don't have access. I need to find out right now. Do we have this vaccine? I'll find out later. I'll jot it down. That seems pretty stupid. Pretty stupid, America. That's pretty fucking dumb. Because they're socialist. Because they want to run their country with a different economic system. And our capitalism sucks in America. Jesus Christ. If we were truly capitalist, we would talk about buying and selling and money and this and that and farmers markets and yard sales and bartering and selling and everybody would have a business. Everybody would have a storefront. Everybody would have a living room that anybody else can come up into and look at their shelves of shit they don't want anymore, but could have value for other people at, a reasonable cost. That's how, it should be if we were truly capitalist. If we were truly capitalist. But I don't believe we're truly capitalists. We suck at capitalism and we suck at socialism. So not only is Denmark and Germany and all these Scandinavian countries kicking America's ass with their socialist policies, they're kicking America's ass with their capitalist policies. Germany has an economy that matches America. They're fourth or third. They're right there, behind America and China. Germany, that's just one, country, which is what? Fucking Texas? Maybe a couple more states. So, fucking Texas has the economy that almost matches America, and then Japan's economy, that island, that tiny island, is able to produce and make their economy is just fucking, ridiculous. They're up there too. I think fourth or fifth. So, goddamn, what the hell are these economies doing when it comes to their capitalism? When it comes to their, let alone their socialism. In fact, there is actually, maybe this is an argument. Bernie Sanders' socialism would save America. Bernie Sanders' socialism would save the capitalistic system. It would provide enough of an infrastructure and a social safety net and a backbone for America to, thrive and kick ass. But as long as we allow the rich motherfuckers to, define what the rules to the game are, then we're always going to be dog eat dog, rat race, just fighting amongst each other for the scraps. Because we're cheap labor. And so they're going to keep us dumb and, ignorant just so we can just run the machines, but not enough to be able to question authority. I miss George Carlin. So, I guess in conclusion, fuck you, Woodrow Wilson. Oh, yeah, CNN says Biden has 51% and Bernie has 36%, so the polls don't look good for Bernie. But maybe that's better for the expectations, like, oh, fuck, oh, shit. The whole nation, maybe Idaho and Michigan and these next 6 states are going to be the corrective mechanism that we need, that we desperately need. Because Bernie is almost out of it, and Biden is riding high, almost guaranteed to get the nomination. So that means the expectations have flipped 100%. So now Bernie Sanders is 100% of the underdog again. Does Idaho, Michigan, and Washington embrace Bernie Sanders like they did 4 years ago? And perhaps Mississippi and North Dakota and Missouri? Mississippi, you fucking need Bernie, man. You fucking need Bernie Sanders like as if you're Mississippi, like you're fucking Cuba, like you're a goddamn third world nation. Yeah, hell, Mississippi is a state of emergency. I'm just going to declare a state of emergency for Mississippi. You guys are drowning. You're kind of bringing us all down with you, too. You're kind of like Greece, right? We all got to bail your poor, dumbass, backward fucking asses out all the goddamn time.